The moment the front door slammed behind her, Emma felt the weight of the world crush her chest. The bitter echo of her adopted mother's words, "You're nothing to us," reverberated in the empty hallway. After 15 years of giving her heart to a family that promised love but delivered rules and rejection, she had been thrown out with nothing but a suitcase and a broken sense of belonging. Tears blurred her vision as she stepped onto the cold sidewalk, the autumn wind biting through her thin jacket. She had nowhere to go, no one to turn to, and no one who seemed to care. Emma wandered the streets aimlessly, memories of her childhood flickering like broken film reels. She remembered birthdays spent in lonely corners, holidays she had watched from the shadows, and the hollow promises of "we'll love you like our own" that had never materialized. Yet through it all, she had built herself a quiet resilience, a flickering ember of hope that one day someone would see her for who she truly was. Hours later, shivering on a park bench and trying to make sense of the sudden collapse of her life, her phone buzzed. A text from Lucas, her boyfriend of 3 years, appeared. Lucas, the billionaire with a gentle heart and a smile that could melt the coldest despair, had always seen Emma in a way no one else had. He had known her struggles, celebrated her achievements, and loved her unconditionally, not because of her family, but because of the courage she carried quietly in her soul. The message reads simply, "Where are you? I'll come get you." Before she could respond, a sleek black limousine glided to a stop beside the park bench. The door opened and there was Lucas, impeccably dressed, but with worry etched across his face. "Emma," he said softly, helping her into the warm interior. "You don't have to go through this alone, ever again." Inside the limousine, she was shocked to see not just Lucas, but an entire entourage. His closest friends, family, and even a small group of staff, all waiting to support her. The extravagance could have felt overwhelming, but instead it felt like a declaration. She was seen, she mattered, and she would never be discarded again. Lucas held her hand tightly, whispering, "You're mine, in every way that counts." The journey to Lucas's estate was a blur of emotions. Emma alternated between laughter and tears, disbelief and relief. But even in the safety of luxury, a new challenge emerged. Deep down, she struggled with self-worth. Could she truly embrace happiness after being told she was unwanted? Could she step into a life that suddenly seemed almost too good to be true? Lucas sensed her hesitation and didn't push. Instead, he created a space for healing, showing her patience, kindness, and the unwavering promise that love could be a safe harbor. Over the next few weeks, Emma faced another kind of challenge, rebuilding her trust in people. She began to meet Lucas's friends, attend gatherings, and step into a world of warmth and generosity that had been foreign to her. Each interaction was a test, a reminder that not everyone wanted to use her or judge her, but truly celebrate her. With every step, her confidence grew, like a flower slowly blooming under a nurturing sun. Then came the day of Lucas's surprise gesture, the ultimate testament to their journey. He had arranged a small, intimate wedding ceremony, not just as a show of wealth, but as a celebration of Emma's resilience, courage, and the love they had cultivated against all odds. When she arrived, escorted by his entourage, Emma felt the tears threaten to spill again, but this time from joy. The ceremony was beautiful, heartfelt, and entirely about her. Her journey from heartbreak to hope, from rejection to acceptance, from loneliness to belonging. Standing at the altar, hand in hand with Lucas, Emma realized that life's harshest blows had forged her strength, but love had given her wings. She looked around, seeing the genuine smiles, the hands raised in celebration, and felt a profound truth settle in her heart. Family wasn't always who raised you, but who loved you fiercely, without conditions. As they exchanged vows, Emma whispered to herself, "I am enough. I am loved. I am home." In that moment, every wound of the past began to heal. Every scar became a symbol of survival, and every fear melted in the warmth of acceptance. She knew that challenges would come again. Life rarely offered a perfect path, but now she had the courage to face them, backed by love, self-worth, and the knowledge that she could rise always. The limousine outside wasn't just a vehicle. It was a symbol of transformation. The people surrounding her weren't just guests. They were a reflection of a new life built on care and respect. And Lucas, her partner, her anchor, was the living proof that true love could arrive just when you were ready to give up. Emma's journey had taken her from the cold streets of rejection to the radiant light of affirmation, and as she looked into Lucas's eyes, she knew this was only the beginning. Her story wasn't about wealth, grand gestures, or luxury. It was about the triumph of hope, the power of unwavering love, and the courage to rise after being cast aside. And in that triumph, Emma became not just a survivor, but a beacon of inspiration for anyone who had ever felt unwanted, unseen, or unloved.